Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? The Saints opened up minicamp today, and sometimes during minicamp you'll have tryout players. And there was a very familiar name, two familiar names, one very familiar name to people in this area that were part of minicamp tryouts on Tuesday, and that is former LSU receiver Russell Gage. So there were 5 players in all that were trying out for the Saints today. Russell Gage, Cameron Peterson, who's a former offensive lineman at Southern University, Roderick Teamer, who played at Tulane, along with Cam Wire. Cam Wire started his career at LSU, finished at Tulane. He was trying out for the Saints today. And then former UAB linebacker Jordan Smith also tried out. So 5 players in all. But the one that obviously is going to garner the most attention is Russell Gage. And Gage is interesting because while he was not when he was leaving LSU and he caught on with Atlanta, he wasn't a player that was thought to be a super high thought of prospect, but played 4 seasons in Atlanta, became a very good NFL receiver, and ended up signing a 3-year, $30 million contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was so important in Tampa that Tom Brady, before his last season in Tampa, had this to say about Russell Gage and the role they needed Russell to play in that offense.
He has to have a big year. You know, we signed him to a contract, and he's got to come in and do a great job. And he's, from the time I spent with him, I really enjoy it, and I think he's got a great opportunity. That is a very important role for an offense that throws the ball as much as we do. We have very favorable passing conditions. You need a lot of good receivers, and we have depth at receiver, and obviously Mike's a great player. Chris is coming off a pretty significant injury. So Russell's got to do a great job, and Scotty and BP and Cyril and Jalen, all the guys that Tyler, those guys who have had experience in play, they have to do a great job too. So it's a very competitive room.
I mean, it's Tom Brady saying that he needed Russell Gage to have a big year. This is the greatest quarterback of all time, mentioning Russell Gage by name, saying they needed him to have a big year. Again, a 3-year, $30 million contract with Tampa, and he played well in the first year of that contract. 51 catches, 426 yards, 5 touchdowns, and then last year he tore his patellar tendon in his knee and missed all of the 2023 season. Now, Russell got paid. $20 million of that contract was guaranteed. So Russell got 20 in the bank from that deal, but after the injury, Tampa let him go, so he's a free agent now, and he's working out for the Saints. And I'm going to continue to say this about New Orleans in that receiver room. We can talk about how confident or excited we are, but I'm going to pose this question again. After your top 2 guys, what is a certainty with the Saints receivers? Chris Olave is a dude. Rashid Shaheed, dude. Your top 2 guys, bona fide stars. Like, that those are legitimate 1-2 punch NFL receivers. Olave is a really dynamic young guy, and Shaheed is one of the best game breakers in the league in his short career. After that, what else do you know? Like, what else is a certainty? Like, I think A.T. Perry is going to be a really good player and is going to make the team and keep growing and getting better and better and better and better. I think that's going to happen. But A.T. Perry was a rookie 6th-round pick this last year who had a nice rookie season, but had 12 catches for 246 yards and 4 touchdowns. Played in a limited amount of games. I think A.T. Perry is ready for a bigger role, but I don't know that. Michael Thomas is gone. After that, Stanley Morgan has been around the league for a handful of years, but has never been a consistent Sunday guy. You drafted Bub Means, so we hope Bub Means out of Pitt becomes a really good player. Can't guarantee that. You got some veteran free agents in Cedric Wilson and Equanimeous St. Brown, but Equanimeous St. Brown only played in 7 games last year. He's coming off injury. He had 5 catches last year. Cedric Wilson had 22 catches last year for 296 yards. Hardly anything that you're locking into and saying, yep, I know that dude's a consistent Sunday guy that's going to make this team. Remember, you're going to keep 5 receivers, maybe a 6th if it's a special teams player like that. And I'm telling you right now, there's 2 that are a guarantee. Olave, Shaheed. And I think Perry, like stone cold lead pipe absolute lock, or Olave and Shaheed. And I think A.T. Perry is bordering on that as well. That would be 3. You still got 2 more spots. And I'm not telling you take it to the bank that Morgan or Means or Wilson or Brown are going to make this roster. So if Russell Gage, a dude who, by the way, not only is from Louisiana, but I love the fact that he's familiar with this division. 4 years in Atlanta, 2 seasons in Tampa. He knows this division. I love that part of this. And the fact that the greatest quarterback of all time wanted Russell Gage on his team. That's a huge cosign. It's really just a question of, is he healthy off the knee injury from a year ago? And if he is, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Saints sign Russell Gage and he actually makes this team, because after Olave and Shaheed, what do you have? What do you have that is a given? I don't know that you have anything that's a given. So the door is wide open for someone like Russell Gage to come in and try to win a job on this team in 2024. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.